I went to art school. I thought I was, I thought of myself in a fairly conventional way as an artist. I had shows in New York, I had shows in California and in Europe. And then by the time I was 30, or 28, 29, 30, I realized I was doing more writing. I did my taxes one year and I made more as a writer than as an artist. And I started to go more and more that way, and then I started doing books. But I never stopped making art. Whenever I had time, or in the summers, Barbara and I often go to the islands. When we were first together, we'd just choose another island because we knew we'd eventually get a house in one of these places. And I'd bring quite complicated, kits with boards and knives and ink and paint, and set up a little table on the beach wherever we were. And I loved doing that. And I continued that. I had a couple of shows maybe about 10 years ago, when I had a little break and some time. And I started to do it again recently and just have a show up at a college gallery in New Jersey. I didn't look for it. They came to me, which was great. I don't have the time to do that, I guess, like a lot of people. I don't have the time to go out and sell myself. So if they come to me, that's great. So it was wonderful to put up about, I think, 78 pieces, in the show. Some of them very large and then some quite small, like a whole wall of these small pieces. But the big ones are about 8 feet high and as wide as about 15 feet. So quite large, for paper and ink. It's all connected to writing. The ink is very much part of, to me, like there's a very visual side of writing that people often don't teach or they don't talk about, that I always teach. I always talk about it. It's like go back to the beginning, go back to Chinese writing. It's all, it's art, it's ink, it's paper, those elemental kind of things. And I think they're very close. The ink ones I do now, they're almost like a kind of writing that you can't read. You just sort of see it and experience it. So that's important, and it really informs my writing. I mean, it's all together. It's all kind of part of the same ball of wax, so to speak.